Thursday night, ladies and gentlemen. You're sitting around home and not here at the Little Falls Community High School. It must be basketball night. Good evening. My name is Dave Gertz, and welcome to Little Falls Flyers girls basketball live from the gym of Little Falls Community High School. Tonight's broadcast is brought to you by the Little Falls Television Production Club, LFTV Channel 6, Piers TV Channel 3, and Upsala Television Channel 63, in cooperation with the wonderful direction of the Video Production Club of Little Falls High School. Tonight, Coach Jerry Cool and the Little Falls Flyer girls play host to the Central Lake Conference rivals, the Rocori Spartans. And you can hear in the background Jack Peck, the voice of Little Falls, going to announce the team players in just a second. I'll be bringing you tonight's contest on Channel 6. The Flyers come into tonight's game, having lost last Thursday in Wilmer 44-37, a game in which the Flyers lost mainly due to fouls. Starters Sarah Soltis, Tiffany Kruger, and Rachel Shalanka all fouled out early in the fourth period. To make matters worse, the Flyers went a dismal 4-for-14 to the foul line in that fourth quarter. They did hold the Cardinals to only 2 points in the third, but the Flyers scored only 4 points in the first and fourth quarters, and that really sealed the victory for Wilmer. The Flyers are 3-8 in the Central Lakes and 6-11 overall. Rocori's 5-6 in the CLC and 8-9 overall, which puts them a couple of notches ahead in the Central Lake standings. Rocori also lost last Thursday as they were soundly defeated by conference-leading Alexandria by a score of 56-37. In the Central Lakes, Alex and Tech, Brainerd, Wilmer are in top 4 spots. Apollo, Rocori, Little Falls, and Sartell take up the bottom 4 spots. We hope you enjoyed tonight's game, brought to you by Channel 6 Little Falls, the Little Falls TV Production Club, and 63 Upsala and Channel 3 Piers. We're going to introduce the starting lineups in just a few seconds here. One interesting thing tonight, I was talking to the coach of Rocori, his wife, and Greg Beaumont, the coach of Rocori, is looking for his 200th win. If he gets it tonight, this will be number 200. Also, interestingly enough, one of the officials tonight, Jerry Dobert, has officiated here in Little Falls every year since 1972, and this is his 26th year, and he wants to close out his game here with a bang. So, Jerry Dobert, we wish you the best tonight. And as you hear in the background, Jack Peck, the voice of Little Falls, is going to introduce the starting lineups after we have the national anthem. And that, of course, was the colors presented by the VFW Post 1112 in Little Falls, Minnesota. And as they exit the floor, we'll have the starting lineups in just a few seconds. Talking to Coach Jerry Cool before the game, he noted that Rocori plays tough defense, looking for the win. Both Little Falls and Rocori, of course, toward the bottom of the CLC. Well, here we go with the starting lineups tonight. First of all, we'll start alternately from Rocori. Number 5, a 5'6" senior, Leah Mathry. And watching her on the Little Falls end, number 23, 5'8" junior guard, Tiffany Kruger. For Rocori, starting at the other guard, number 21, 5'9" junior, Siri Beaumont. And for Little Falls, starting at the other guard, number 31, 5'8" Rachel Shalanka. Oh, excuse me, that's number 25, Carrie Swenson. And must have the wrong lineup card here. For Rocori, number 25 at one forward, senior 5'10" Jenny Mayers. And for Little Falls, starting at one forward, number 31, 5'8" junior Rachel Shalanka, of course, the sister of Sarah Shalanka, one of the former Flyer stars. For Rocori, starting at the other forward, number 33, 6'1" senior Tiffany Carlson. Tonight she'll be watched by number 45, 5'8" junior Jasmine Bachin. And finally for Rocori, number 41, 5'9" senior Stacy Fuchs. And for Little Falls, of course, number 51, 5'11" senior Jamie Olson. Jamie Olson ripping up the court a couple days ago. Not against Wilmer. And the officials for tonight's game, like I said, Jerry Dobert, Terry Knopf, and as you hear in the background, the Little Falls Flyer Fight Song, written by former music teacher Kenneth Pinkney. And as you watch the floor and the game take shape, we hope this will be a good day for both teams. Of course, Little Falls looking for its 7th win, and Rocori, Greg Beaumont, looking for his 200th win. Of course, Coach Jerry Cool from the Flyers has been around just about since the time of Moses. As I look over on the wall, his state AA championship girls teams of 80, 84, and 85 hover over the Little Falls Gymnasium. So we're just ready to start here. We welcome you once again. We hope you enjoy this game tonight. And let's get ready for some basketball. As referee Jerry Dobert ready to toss the ball between Soltis and Little Falls controls the tap. That's number 23, Tiffany Kruger with the ball. Rocori sets up in a 2-3 zone. Over to 25, Swenson on the right post. Back to Kruger. Kruger to Shalanka. Back to Kruger. Shot, turnaround jumper by number 45, Jasmine Bachin. Little Falls goes on the board early. Rocori bringing the ball down the court. Number 21, Siri Beaumont. Little Falls stepping back in a 2-3 zone also. Nice pass in the middle to number 25. That's a basket by Jenny Mayers, and she's fouled by number 51. That's Jamie Olson's first foul. And Jenny Myers will go and try to make this a 3-point play. And Myers misses the free throw. Rebound goes off Little Falls number 25, Carrie Swenson. So Rocori takes the ball underneath. Inbounding the ball, number 41, Stacy Fuchs. As Rocori sets up a play, Fuchs passes in to Mathry. Mathry in to number 33, Tiffany Carlson. Carlson back out to Mathry. 21, Siri Beaumont setting up a play. Little Falls pulls into a person-to-person defense right now. Almost a steal by Rachel Shalanka, and she's called by referee Terry Knopf. That's a second team foul. First team foul for Rachel Shalanka. And Rocori inbounds the ball, 41 Stacy Fuchs. Looking for Mathry. Mathry over on the left side beyond the three-point line. Dribbles around, drives base, passes over to 25 Mayers. And there's a 3-second violation called on Rocori, and Little Falls on a turnover gets the ball back. Carrie Swenson inbounding the ball. And Rocori starting early with full court pressure. Oh, and the full court pressure paid off this time. Leah Mathry forces the ball out of bounds. And Rocori takes it back again. Stacy Fuchs to inbound the ball. Fuchs looking back court to Siri Beaumont. Beaumont setting up play. Little Falls back in a person-to-person defense. Guarded closely by Shalanka. Little errant pass there, just about taken away by Swenson. Back to Beaumont. Way up in mid-court area. Back to Fuchs. Fuchs looking to set up a play. Little picking and rolling going on underneath. In the middle to Carlson. Carlson's basket. Rocori 2 for 2 right now early in the game. 4-2 with 6:35 left to go in the first as Swenson brings the ball down court. Swenson to Kruger. Kruger is hammered underneath by 25, Jenny Mayers. Mayers' first foul, and that'll bring right to the line. First chance for free throws for Tiffany Kruger. So Kruger will be shooting 2. Little Falls down 4-2 early in the first. 6:30 left to go as Kruger eyes up the basket. Kruger, a 5'8" junior. Kruger sets and shoots. Rainbow shot. It goes. That's one thing Coach Cool coaches. Good free throw shooting. That wins games. So Kruger has her first points of the night. Little Falls is down 4-3. Kruger has a chance to tie. And Kruger's rainbow in and out. Rebounded by Carlson. Carlson to Mathry. Over. Cross court to Beaumont. Beaumont's ball is blocked. Nice block by Soltis on that one. In the middle. Back to Fuchs on the right side. Fuchs kicks it out to Mathry. Mathry for three. That's the first three-point shot of the game. And Mathry has three. Rocori goes up 7-3. Little Falls, Carrie Swenson driving on the transition. No good. And there's a foul underneath. Foul looks like it's on number 41. Number 5, I guess they call it on Mathry. That's Mathry's first, team's second. And that'll be inbound pass by Little Falls. Over to Swenson on the right side. And Swenson picks up her foot and travels. Forgets to put that ball down. So Little Falls down 7-3 with 6 minutes to go in the first. Rocori trying to get it inbounds. Mayers finally gets it inbounds to Mathry. Mathry driving the lane. No one there, but her ball does not go in. So Mathry's drive is all for naught as Little Falls brings it back down. Carrie Swenson, top of the three-point line. Back to Kruger. Kruger setting up a play. Rocori back in his zone. Looks like a 1-1-3 right now. Almost man-to-man. Swenson way over on the left side. Passes in. Soltis, turnaround jumper. It's good from about 10 feet. Soltis' jumper. Jamie Olsen, excuse me. So Olsen has 2 points, 7-5. Little Falls down only by 2. 5:19 to go in the first. Kruger in the middle. Picked off by Shalanka, and the ball is off of Shalanka's foot. Jamie Olsen also kicked that one out of bounds. Rocori will take the ball inbounds underneath. Fuchs calls out a play. Over to Mathry, to Beaumont. Beaumont looking for a play to Carlson. Carlson in the middle. She jumps from about 7 feet. It goes. Carlson's second basket of the game. She has 4 points, 9-5. 4:59 left to go in the first. As Kruger brings it down. Kruger has trouble getting the ball, and it's knocked out of bounds by 21, Beaumont. Kruger had a little trouble finding the handle of that ball. Coach Kuhl not too happy about that one. You got to set something up. Carrie Swenson inbounds the ball to Kruger. Kruger drives base. Bumped. And actually, offensive foul on Kruger. Referee Terry Knopf calls that on Kruger. Her first foul, third team foul. And Rocori loses the ball out of bounds. Leah Mathry couldn't get the handle of the ball. She's guarded closely by Kruger, and Kruger makes the turnover. So, Jamie Olsen will inbound the ball. Jamie Olsen back to Swenson. Swenson from three just touches the line. The three-point shot is no good. And Rocori as Fuchs rebounds the ball. Fuchs guarded right away by 45, Jasmine Bachin. And almost loses the ball. A double dribble called on Fuchs. Good defense by Little Falls to cause that turnover. 9-5 early in the first. 4:36 to go. Carrie Swenson inbounds the ball to Kruger. Kruger crosses midcourt. Watched closely by Rocori. Rocori slips back in a 2-3 zone. Little Falls over to Shalanka on the left side, on the right side. To Swenson on the left. She drives baseline. Tipped out by Fuchs. Big rebound by Jamie Olsen, and she puts it in for two. So Olsen, 4 points tonight for Olsen. Little Falls down 9-7, coming back right here. Rocori's 21. Siri Beaumont loses her balance on that shot. Ball's picked up by Little Falls. Swenson over to Kruger. Kruger, she's called again for an offensive foul as number 5, Leah Mathry, had position on that one. So Kruger, 2 quick offensive fouls. 4 fouls for Little Falls. That's 2 quick ones for Kruger. Good defense by Rocori on that play. Siri Beaumont brings the ball down court. Watched by Kruger. Beaumont passes Kruger over on the side to Mathry. Mathry from 3 passes in the middle. And that ball looks like a traveling violation. Jenny Mayers couldn't get the ball down before she moved her feet. So a traveling violation by by Rocori gives the ball to Little Falls. 9-7, 3:46 to go in the first. Carrie Swenson inbounds the ball to Shalanka. Shalanka brings it down court, crosses the timeline, penetrates Rocori's zone, and back to Swenson. Rocori still in a 2-3. Shalanka looking for something open. Back to Kruger on the right side. Back to Shalanka, looking in the middle. And Sri Lanka from about 14, 15 feet, no good. The ball's rebounded by Rocori, and Rocori again commits a turnover. Leah Mathry couldn't have that ball too long, and Little Falls caused the turnover. So Carrie Swenson will inbound the ball deep, deep on the end line in Rocori territory. Kruger passes back to Swenson, setting up a play. Sri Lanka on the right side, looking in the middle. Kruger's crossing in the middle. Olsen open in the middle. Turnaround jumper from 8. No good. Rebounded by Rocori's Tiffany Carlson. And as they push it down court, Leah Mathry to Siri Beaumont. Beaumont drives base. Puts it up from about 7. No good. To Carlson. Carlson stripped away. Oh, and a traveling violation. Nice takeaway by Jasmine Bachin. That ball was stripped away. Looking for the foul was 33 Carlson. No go on the foul. Clean strip. But Rocori gets the ball back. Inbounding the ball, Stacey Fuchs. Fuchs way down to Siri Beaumont. Fuchs from 3. It's good. That's a second three-pointer for Rocori tonight. Fuchs has 3 points. 12-7. Rocori opens up a 5-point lead. Long shot from Olsen. No good. That was a 2-pointer. Back in transition, Mathry. Mathry to Beaumont. Beaumont's ball, no good. Little Falls, Sri Lanka comes up with the ball. Beaumont just missed the corner of that basket on that one. Good drive by Beaumont. And Little Falls down underneath the Bachin. Bachin scores. Jasmine Bachin. It's her second basket of the game. Nice turnaround by Bachin. And Little Falls down only by 3, 12-9, 2 minutes to go in the first. Stolen by Bachin. Number 45 goes all the way right side. Boom. Another basket. And just as quickly, Rocori's only up by 1. Little Falls 12-11. 1:51 to go in the first. Carlson, turnaround, and she walked. Referee Jerry Dobert says, yes, you did walk. So no shot, no basket, 12-11, 1:46 to go. Little Falls right back in the game. Sri Lanka brings it down court, watched by Mathry, now watched by Carlson. By Beaumont, excuse me. Carrie Swenson, top of the three-point line, over to Sri Lanka on the right side, back to Swenson. In the middle, Olsen, turnaround, no good. One more try for Olsen, another turnaround, and we have a foul underneath. This will be on Rocori, 2-shot foul. Number 33, that's Tiffany Carlson's first, third team foul, and this will be shooting 2. So Jamie Olsen get a chance to make this score a tie. 12-11 right now, 1:26 to go. Olsen, the 5'11" senior, eyes up the basket. It's good. So Jamie Olsen has 5 points tonight. That one puts Little Falls in a tie with Rocori. Let's see if Olsen can put this one in for the lead. Olsen's second shot, nothing but net. And Olsen brings Little Falls to a 13-12 lead. In transition, Beaumont from about 8, no good. Rebounded by Little Falls. Sri Lanka. Sri Lanka drives the right side, decides to pull up. Mathry taps it away. Good defense by Mathry. Take that ball away from Little Falls. Over to Fuchs. Fuchs crosses the timeline to Mathry. Mathry over to Beaumont. Beaumont from 3. She's going to shoot it. It's good. That's their third 3 tonight. 3 for 3 from 3. Hey, that's a tongue twister. 56 seconds to go. And there's going to be a substitution. Rocori up 15-13. Number 11 coming in for Little Falls, Angie Kaiser, replacing Sri Lanka. So Kaiser, 5'4" sophomore in the game. 53 seconds to go. 15-13. Rocori up by 2. Kaiser watching Beaumont. Beaumont drives over to Fuchs on the left side from 3. She decides to drive base. Cut off right there by Bachin. Fuchs pass just about taken away. Back to Mathry. Back to Fuchs. She's got baseline now. She's taking it from 8. Boom. No good. And Little Falls knocks the ball out of bounds. Rocori retains possession. 32 seconds to go. 15-13. Good first quarter so far. Very close. Fuchs inbounds the ball to Mathry. Mathry on the right side. Back to Fuchs from about 12. No good. Ball's picked up by Little Falls. Jasmine Bachin decides to hold up. They're going to go for one shot, it looks like. 15-13. Little Falls down by 2. Swenson setting something up at the top of the three-point line. Swenson over to Kaiser. Kaiser looking down. Watched by Beaumont. Kaiser gives her about 3 inches. Swenson decides to give the shot in the middle, and Olsen with 2 more ties the game, 15-all, 3 seconds to go. Rocori's got to push it down court. A long 15-point shot. No good, and we're tied at the end of the first quarter. Little Falls 15, Rocori 15. What a great quarter for Little Falls. In that quarter, Little Falls' Tiffany Kruger, she had 1 point. Jasmine Bachin had 6. Jamie Olsen with 8. And a great first quarter for Rocori right now. Leah Mathry, 3. Rocori was 3 for 3 from 3, which is a really great thing right now. Siri Beaumont had 3. And Jenny Mayers, 2. Tiffany Carlson had 4. And Stacey Fuchs had 3. So we go into the second quarter tied, snug as a bug in a rug. Once again, I want to welcome you. Thank you for joining us. This production is brought to you by the Little Falls TV Production Club, Channel 6, Little Falls, Piers TV, Channel 3, and Upslow Television, Channel 63. And as we start the second quarter, the ball belongs to Rocori on the possession arrow. Great first quarter, excuse me. I don't want to rush the game at all. Little Falls shooting 6 for 12 from the field, 2 for 5 from the free throw line. So good shooting for Little Falls, good for Rocori. Rocori, it looked like 21 Beaumont took a little step, but it was not called by the referee. Foul on this play by Jasmine Bachin. So Rocori takes an early lead, 18-15. That foul was on Beaumont, excuse me, from Rocori, not on Little Falls. So Jamie Olsen inbounds the ball. Kaiser wide open from about 16, no good. So Kaiser's shot falls awry, away, aside, askance. And Rocori brings the ball down court. Mathry over to Beaumont. Beaumont, Little Falls drops back, 1-3-1 zone. Mathry drives, cannot handle the ball. Number 25, Mayers, couldn't get the handle on it. Little Falls gets the ball on the turnover, 18-15. Early in the second quarter, Kaiser inbound the ball from Carrie Swenson. Kaiser around the left side, up to Olsen. Olsen holds up to get the guard set. Back to Kaiser. Angie Kaiser, 5'4" sophomore guard to Swenson at the top of the 3-point line, looking back for Kaiser. Kaiser, definitely the shortest person on the court right now, running the offense for Little Falls. Kaiser over to Swenson, looking for something in the middle. Rocori still in that 2-3 zone. Jasmine Bachin from about 12, no good. Bachin shot falls away, and Rocori comes down. Rocori has the ball stripped right away by Jasmine Bachin, and Little Falls comes back in transition. Kruger, beautiful 2-point shot from the field from about 12 feet. The ball goes in, and the foul's on Rocori's number 21, Siri Beaumont. And Kruger, nice field goal there. 3 points for Kruger in the game. Some substitutions coming in. Shalanka coming back in for Little Falls. And Fuchs coming back in for Rocori, replacing number 35, Sarah Ebensteiner, who just walked in for a second. And Mayer's still in for Rocori. Be shooting 1 for Kruger. The free throw is no good. And Rocori gets the ball back. Swenson knocked it out of bounds. So Rocori up 18-17. Good showing early in the second quarter by Little Falls and Rocori. 43 for Rocori. That's Shannon Johannes, new into the game. That foul called on number 51, Jamie Olsen, for Little Falls. A little slap on the wrist. And Rocori will have the ball out of bounds. Fuchs inbounds the ball to Mathry. Mathry drives the lane, shovels it off. Number 43 from 3, no good. That was Shannon Johannes. A little long on the 3, and Little Falls gets the rebound. Swenson back at the guard spot, over to Shalanka. Shalanka looking for Swenson on the left side. In the middle, wide open Kruger. Kruger's basket is good. Tiffany Kruger was wide open underneath. And Little Falls takes a 19-18 lead with 6:09 left to go in the second. Rocori coming back in transition right away. Up to Mathry. Mathry over to Johannes. Johannes looking way across court to Fuchs from 3. She puts it up. No good. So Rocori misses their first 2 3-point shots of the second quarter after going 3 for 3 in the first. And Little Falls back again, a chance to increase this lead, 19-18 to Sri Lanka. Sri Lanka looking wide open underneath this Kruger. Tiffany Kruger is just lurking down there, wide open. Rocori's in the zone, 2-3 zone, and Kruger's just sneaking back behind. Nice play. So in the game again now, some substitutions. Suri Beaumont back in for Rocori, and Jasmine Bachin back in, and a newcomer, number 35. Excuse me, that's number 53. I'm dyslexic. Beth Miller. So Rocori comes down court. Little Falls in a 1-3-1 zone, way over to Fuchs. Fuchs back over to Johannes. Johannes looking in the middle. No go. Carlson is watched. And Rocori back out on the right side. Back over to Fuchs. Fuchs over to Johannes. Johannes from 3. No good. In and out. Rebounded by Rocori's Fuchs. Number 21. That's way off. Beaumont. Another 3-pointer. They're 0 for 4 already. 19-18. Little Falls brings that ball back. Drive in the middle by 53. Beth Miller. Beth Miller loses control, but gets the foul. Fouls on Rocori's number 55. Carrie Torgerson in the game for Rocori. That puts Tiffany Kruger at the line. Kruger already has 5 points. Beautiful couple baskets from her early in the second quarter. Kruger eyes up the basket, increasing the lead maybe for Little Falls. There it is. 20-18, Tiffany Kruger. She's got 6 points. And Kruger gets one more shot. 4:54 left to go in the second. Kruger eyes up the basket. Rainbow shot coming. Right in. Nothing but net. Kruger, 7 points. Little Falls up 21-18. 3-point lead. Rocori brings the ball down. Beaumont thinks better of that. Mayers, thinks better of that. Back to Beaumont. Beaumont to Johannes. Johannes looking to Fuchs on the left side. Nothing open. Back for 3 from Beaumont. Beaumont's 3. That's 0 for 5 in this second quarter. Back to Fuchs, who drives lane. Back to Beaumont. She tries from 3 and pulls up, decides better of it. Fuchs from 3. They haven't shot the 3 now. It's all over with 3-point shooting, but there's a foul underneath. Looks like the foul's on Beth Miller. That's Beth Miller's first foul. 16 fouls. They'll be shooting the bonus next time, but this is a 2-shot foul for Rocori. 25, Jenny Mayers will shoot 2. Mathry back in, replaces number 43, Shannon Johannes. So Leah Mathry back in. Jenny Meyer, 5'10" at senior, shooting 1. Boom. It's in. Mayers has 3 points tonight, and she'll get another one. Mayers eyes up the basket. Nice. Nothing but the net. And Mayers has 4 points. Rocori's down by 1, 21-20. 4:19 to go in the second. As Sri Lanka brings the ball down court, Sri Lanka, watch closely. Rocori switches to man-to-man defense, person-to-person defense. To Miller, back to Swenson. Swenson, watched by her counterpart, number 25, Jenny Mayers. Swenson over on the right side to Sri Lanka. Rocori really pulling deep in person-to-person defense right now, too. Swenson on the right side, looking underneath. Jamie Olsen's out of there. Beth Miller's in. So we do have some height underneath. Nice drive by Sri Lanka. Tipped out of bounds. No foul. Blocked. Swenson from 2. No good. And Rocori comes up with the rebound. Fuchs. Quick down court pass to 25 Mayers. Mayers over to Mathry. Mathry on the left side. Brings it back out. Little Falls goes back in a zone. 1-2-2 zone. Way from 3-point long range. Rocori has been cold as ice in the second quarter from 3-point land. 0-for-7 from beyond the incredible distance of 19-6. Carrie Swenson gets the ball in bounds to Sri Lanka. Sri Lanka brings it down court, crosses the timeline, watched all the way. She drives. She's fouled underneath. Good drive by Sri Lanka. Doesn't give up. Makes a path in the lane. Fouls on number 55. That's Carrie Torgerson, her second foul. 7th team foul, but Little Falls will be shooting 2 on this one. Sri Lanka, no points in the game so far. 5'8" junior guard. Sri Lanka eyes up the basket. Chance to get the lead up to 2 again for Little Falls. Takes her time, puts it up, rolls off. So the first free throw is no good. She'll get one more. 21-20, 3:20 left to go in the second quarter, first half. Sri Lanka puts the marble on her hand as I hit the microphone with my microphone. No good. Sri Lanka's second one is no good. And rebounded by Rocori, 21. Beaumont driving down the lane. She's fouled. Looks like Tiffany Kruger. Yes, Kruger, that's her third foul. Kruger's third foul lets Rocori get in the bonus. 7 fouls apiece for the team, so we'll be shooting the bonus the rest of this quarter. And the rest of this half. Kaiser back in the game for Little Falls, Angie Kaiser. And this is bonus shot for Siri Beaumont. Siri Beaumont has 5 points already so far. Siri Beaumont, the coach's daughter. First one's up and in, rolls back, gets the bounce. 6 points for Beaumont. And, of course, Coach Greg Beaumont looking for his 200th win tonight. Could it come against the Flyers? I don't know. We'll have to wait and see till the fourth quarter rolls around. Beaumont, second one. Nothing but net. Beaumont looks good at the free throw line. She has 7 points. And Rocori goes up by 1, 22-21. As Sri Lanka brings it down court. Kaiser trying to set a pick. Can't get the foot down for the pick. Kaiser, watch. Tough man-to-man defense right now by Rocori. Mathry's right on Kaiser. Kaiser is just hounded and swamped. And the ball is kicked out of bounds by 21 Beaumont. So good defense by Rocori makes Little Falls force the ball. And something they haven't been used to in the first part of this game where it was zone defense at the beginning. So Carrie Swenson inbound the ball to Beth Miller. Miller down to Swenson, just tipped out of bounds at the last second by Mayers. Nice tip by Mayers. And Carrie Swenson looking for the call, looking for something to call out of bounds. And Beth Miller gets the ball inbounds out of bounds, I guess. So Miller looking to set up a play to Kaiser. Kaiser just inside the three-point line, no good. Kaiser's ball is rebounded by Mathry. Mathry in traffic, brings it down court, goes left, looking down, wide open underneath. Oh, incredible, Carrie Torgerson. Basket good by Torgerson. Beautiful basket. Rocori's shooting 2 for 3 from the field right now, too. So, 24-21, not a lot of points scored in this quarter so far. After a 15-15 tie, and Carrie Swenson drives the baseline, turns, pulls up, and a 3-second violation in the lane. Looks like that was on Jasmine Bachin. Rocori doing a good job of keeping Little Falls in the lane that long. As you see Carrie Swenson. And Rocori gets the ball in bounds. Beaumont, Little Falls half-court press, not much on it right now. They're going to wait a little longer. As Beaumont passes it down to Torgerson. Torgerson pulls back to Mathry, to Beaumont. Beaumont over to Fuchs on the left side. Watched, good tip away by Sri Lanka to Beth Miller, and Carrie Swenson brings the ball down court. Swenson watched by Beaumont, hounded by Beaumont. And Little Falls going to set up a play. Calling out a play is Sri Lanka to Swenson on the right side. Carrie Swenson to Jasmine Bachin. 3 passes. Looks like a shot's coming up. Sri Lanka knocked down, but she trips over her own feet. Swenson from about 8, no good. And Little Falls gets the ball out of bounds. Knocked out of bounds by Rocori. Swenson's ball just didn't have enough. Crawled over the rim, didn't go in though. So Carrie Swenson from underneath. Little Falls down by 3, 24-21 with 1:30 to go. Sri Lanka, nice pass from Swenson. Sri Lanka's ball no good, but Swenson puts up the rebound. So 2 quick shots. Carrie Swenson's first basket of the game. 24-23, Little Falls down by 1. Rocori to Fuchs in the left side. Way over to Mathry. Mathry, I'll get that name right before the end of the evening. To Fuchs. Underneath to Torgerson. Knocked out of bounds. That was kicked off at Torgerson. And Little Falls has a chance right now with 1:10 to go ahead if they make this basket. Upcoming basket. Swenson inbounds to Sri Lanka. Sri Lanka crosses the timeline. Pick set by Beth Miller. Nice pick. Sri Lanka drives. Gives it off to Kaiser. Kaiser takes it up to the top of the three-point line. Watched by Beaumont. Beaumont right on her. Siri Beaumont. Good defense. Oh, but she fouls her. A little slap happy for Siri Beaumont. Siri Beaumont has 3 fouls. Second foul, I guess. I have 3, but Jack Peck must be... He must be all-knowing. Good old Jack Peck from Little Falls. So that brings Kaiser, Angie Kaiser, 5'4" sophomore to the line. Kaiser has no points so far. came in early in the first quarter, and now she's in the second quarter. See if she can make one to tie the game. Kaiser's shot goes off, rebounded by Rocori's Beaumont, and Beaumont brings the ball down. Little Falls has no chance to set, and the ball is shot up by Mayers to Torgerson. Torgerson, 6-foot sophomore. Excuse me, she's a 6-foot freshman. Good play underneath by Torgerson. 4 points for her tonight. Shalanka drives. It's good. Rachel Shalanka, 2 points for her, 26-25. Little Falls down by 1. What a barn burner in this first half. As Rocori has the ball, they're going to stall, hold the ball for one shot. Little Falls not pushing them in a 1-3-1 zone defense right now. Nobody's getting open, not much going on underneath. So Rocori's just going to hold the ball for 11 seconds, see what they can do. Into Torgerson. Torgerson's basket is good. Boy, Torgerson for a ninth grader has a lot of savvy on the court. 28-25, and it looks like Little Falls will be down by 3 as we start the second half. What a half of basketball for Little Falls. Wonderful first half, 28-25. Little Falls only down by 3. Both of these teams toward the 5th and 6th spot of the Central Lakes Conference. Wow. I'll come back with some scoring highlights from that first half, and you join me back here. We're going to have a couple of public service announcements. I'll see you back here in about 4 minutes. See you later.
If you would like more information on the Little Falls Flyer.
Some tobacco companies fool you with light cigarettes. They use vents, like these. They put them in the filters to let in air. In lab tests, this gives them lower tar and nicotine numbers. But tar is what gives cigarettes their flavor. So the cigarette makers place the vents where the smoker's fingers cover them up. When the tar levels rise, your taste buds get more flavor, and your lungs get more of everything else.
In my head, this is how I always looked at smoking. That was me trying to become a great football player. And that was cigarettes trying to stop me. No way was I going to lose to some tiny little cigarette.
This is secondhand smoke. It's what you breathe when you're in a room where other people smoke. The same stuff you smell in your clothes goes into your lungs and increases your risk of getting lung cancer by 34%. You know there's a warning label on cigarette packs for people who smoke. Where do you think the tobacco industry should put the warning for people who breathe?
Okay, here's 5 things all guys should know. 1, don't change it to something different when we're around your friends. 2, ring the doorbell, don't beep the horn. 3, hold the onion. 4, it's an invention called the telephone. Use it. And 5, nix the smoking. That yellow teeth cigarette stench thing, it's not working. You guys getting this?
I gotta get me a new agent. I mean, I've been on almost everything that can hurt you, right? Huh? So how come I'm not on light cigarettes? These are killing smokers left and right, because people are puffing on them harder. Don't even know they're doing it. So they're sucking in more tar and nicotine than the tobacco industry says they are. Man, light cigarettes are deadly, and I should be right on a pack telling it like it is. Hey, has this face ever lied to you?
Smoking find they can do things they've never done before. That's because just 90 days after quitting, they have more stamina and more energy. Not to mention a remarkable increase in lung capacity.
Maybe they'll get to your little brother or sister, or maybe they'll get to the kid down the block. But one thing's perfectly clear to me. The tobacco companies are after children. Why? Because tobacco companies know that 90% of smokers start as children before they know better. Of course, marketing to kids is unethical, so they just deny it. I'm Victor Crawford. I was a tobacco lobbyist for 5 years, so I know how tobacco companies work. I lied. And I'm sorry.
Do you really want to be an athlete? Can you perform in front of 35,000 fans when they're cheering and when they're not? Do you have the discipline and the strength? Are you ready to play 162 games a year knowing for you there is no off season? Could you ever see yourself smoking a cigarette? If you answered yes to that last question, you really don't want to be an athlete.
Welcome back. This is halftime of Little Falls versus Rocori. Great first half of basketball. The score 28-25 in favor of Rocori, but it's a real close game. Here's the scoring for the first half. Tiffany Kruger for Little Falls at 7, Carrie Swenson 2, Rachel Shalanka 2, Jasmine Bachin 6, Jamie Olsen 8. Little Falls shot 10 for 22 in that first half, 6 for 11 from the free throw line, 0 for 0 from the three-point line. For Rocori, Leah Mathery 3, Siri Beaumont 7, Jenny Mayers 4, Tiffany Carlson 4, Stacey Fuchs 3, Carrie Torgerson 6. And Rocori, after shooting 3 for 3 in the first quarter with three-pointers, they went 3 for 10 overall in the first half, 8 for 11 from the field and 4 for 5 from the free throw line. We're going to go back and do a couple more public service announcements, listen to the band, if I can get my tongue untied here from this pop that I've been drinking. We'll be back in about 4 minutes. We'll see you in a while.
Yo, check this. If you smoke 1 pack of cigarettes a day, you blow over $1,000 a year on smokes. Big bucks, right? Now multiply that by all the kids who smoke in Massachusetts. That comes to $70 million a year. Man, those cig pushers would love to get their nasty little claws and all that money. But you know what? We're gonna keep it, and we're gonna decide how and where we want to spend it. Man, $70 million? Do you know what we can do with all that money? Exactly. When I play ball, I love playing against the smoker. Wheezing and coughing, colors changing in their face. They can't even talk trash, they're so winded. Don't know what these guys are thinking, man. The money players today, they don't smoke. You smoke, you can't breathe. You can't breathe, you can't run. You can't run, you can't win. Yo, you getting all of this? I'm not talking trash, man. I'm talking truth.
That's mine. I got him.
You may get cancer, but I doubt you'll get the truth from cigarette companies. They keep saying you can't get hooked on cigarettes, even though many smokers who lose their vocal cords can't quit. I'm Janet Sutton. I was a model in cigarette ads, and I convinced many young people to smoke. I hope I can convince you not to.
This is Monica, and she's like our only friend who smokes.
We're trying to get her to stop.
Yeah.
We told her that smoking stinks up her hair.
She said she could fix it. Same with her breath and clothes. Gross. We told her smoking made her teeth and nails yellow.
She said she could fix it.
But then we read somewhere about how
did it.
cigarette smoke gets like into your skin and causes permanent wrinkles. So we told her. She freaked.
Totally.
Then she quit.
It was cool. Really?
Because now we don't have any friends who smoke.
We can tell our little brothers and sisters, do as I say, not as I do. But they won't listen. We can tell them not to smoke. But if we smoke, they will smoke. And in their minds, we'll be hypocrites. We can yell at them. We can tell them they're stupid if they smoke. We can tell them it'll make them sick. It'll make them stink. But they will do as we do. If we smoke, they will smoke.
Hello. Cartoon images of me have been used to sell cigarettes. This is an outrage against me, my family, and my lovely wife, Phyllis. You'll never find a cigarette in my mouth. A tasty desert rat, maybe, but never a cigarette. They are bad. Campbell smoking. That's preposterous, outrageous. I can't even light a match. I can't even get in the store to buy them.
And welcome back to Little Falls Flyer High School Gymnasium for the second half of the game between the Little Falls and Rocori girls. We're just about ready to start. And here we go over to live play-by-play with me, Dave Gertz. And right away, first quarter, second, first foul, number 51 for Rocori. 51 from Little Falls. Jamie Olsen picks up an offensive foul. Little Falls had the ball inbounds, and Rocori comes right back. Mathry and Beaumont, Fuchs, Mayers, and their starting lineup with Tiffany Carlson. And Little Falls fouls again. Number 31, Shalanka's second foul early in the second quarter, 28-25 for Rocori. Rocori's 21, Siri Beaumont has 7 points already as she eyes up the basket. Siri Beaumont, a 5'9" junior, and her first basket free throw is good. She's got 8 points. Those PSAs that we had earlier were brought to you by the Morrison County Coalition of Hope and the Kick Butt Society of the high school. So we thank them for those great PSAs. And Beaumont makes her second one. And Little Falls down by 5 early in the third quarter. Little Falls starting with Olsen, Sarah Soltis, Carrie Swenson, Rachel Shalanka, and Tiffany Kruger. So they've added one more person different in the lineup, Sarah Soltis, number 21. Shalanka way over cross-court pass to Swenson, to Soltis. Soltis in, right. Beautiful spot by Tiffany Kruger. Couldn't get the ball in. Kruger is just hiding underneath there. And Carrie Swenson, her second basket of the game, 4 points for her. Tiffany Kruger is just hiding underneath, waiting for that ball, kind of taking the pressure off of Jamie Olsen. Jamie Olsen already has 2 fouls, 3 fouls now. So Little Falls down by 3, 30-27. Person-to-person defense put on by Little Falls right now as Leah Mathry just slips underneath. No good. What a drive by Mathry. Mathry gives up about 4 inches, just about anybody underneath that basket. 5'6" senior. And Little Falls comes up with the ball. 6:40 to go, 30-27. Little Falls down by 3 early in the third. Swenson in the middle to Olsen. Olsen turns and shoots. No good. Ball was tipped. No foul. And Rocori comes up with the ball. Leah Mathry down the right side. Little Falls in the person-to-person defense now, early. Beaumont's pass to Mayers. Mayers from about 10. Good shot by Mayers. 6 points for her. Turnaround hook shot, like the old Jerry Cool hook shot. Sarah Soltis from just inside the three-point line, the referee says. 2 points for Soltis. That looked like a 3, but she stepped on the line with her toe. Tapped on the line with her toe. That's what she did, all right. As Siri Beaumont brings the ball down court to Fuchs. Fuchs can't handle the ball. Little Falls gets the ball in a turnover. 32-29. 5:56 to go. Little Falls down by 3 as Carrie Swenson inbounds the ball to Tiffany Kruger, to Olsen, back to Swenson on the right side, pulls up from about 12, no good, and there's a foul underneath. Mathry just wiped out Jamie Olsen by undercutting her. Number 5's second foul, and that's not going to be a shooting foul. And Tiffany Kruger will inbound the ball to Olsen, back to Swenson, back to Kruger. From 3, she takes the 3, long three-point shot, no good. Rebounded by Fuchs. Fuchs down the sideline to Beaumont. Beaumont pulls up, in and out. No good, and rebounded by Olsen. Nice basket, potentially, by Siri Beaumont. It went in and out. It's a foul on number 21, Siri Beaumont. That's her third. I have 4, but the official scorebook says 3, so I must be wrong. And Little Falls right away turns it back over. They cannot afford to do that if they want to keep in this game and keep it close. Tiffany Kruger just stepped on her own feet and traveled with that ball. So, Rocori, life back in them, up by 3. Oh, Beaumont, she's got another basket. That's 11 points for Beaumont. She pulls up from just inside the free throw line 34-29. Rocori with a 5-point lead. It equals their biggest lead of the game earlier in the first quarter. And Rachel Shalanka passes over to Swenson on the right side. Carrie Swenson looking to set up a play to Shalanka on the right side. Back over to Swenson. She's going to take a 2. And nothing but the bottom of the net for Swenson. 6 points for Carrie Swenson. 34-31. Little Falls down by 3. 4:53 to go. Rocori having a little trouble getting across the timeline, but they finally do. Leah Mathery from just inside the 3, about 16 feet. It's a beauty. So Mathery has 5 points, and Little Falls in transition brings the ball down, tipped out of bounds by 25. Mayers in the game for Rocori, number 43, Shannon Johannes. And she'll be replacing 21, Siri Beaumont. So Johannes in for Beaumont as Little Falls. Carrie Swenson takes the ball. Trying to set up play at the top of the three-point line on the right side to Shalanka. Shalanka looking. Back to Swenson. She's going to try that two-pointer again. This time it's no good. Rebounded by Rocori. 43 Johannes. Johannes brings it down. Looking at Carlson on the right side. Wide open on the wing. Decides to hold up. Little Falls back in a person-to-person defense. A three-point shot. It's good by Fuchs. Stacy Fuchs. She's got 6 points tonight. That's the first three-pointer for Rocori. In the second quarter, they had nothing, 0 for 7. First quarter, 3 for 3, 1 for 1 right now. Olsen takes it from 17. Good shot by Olsen. Jamie Olsen has 10 points. Little Falls down by 6, however, with that three-point shot by Rocori. Biggest lead of the game for Rocori, 39-33, 3:50 to go in the third quarter. Person-to-person defense, Shalanka on Johannes. Johannes passes it to Fuchs, watched by Sarah Soltis. Tipped out of bounds by Carrie Swenson. Good defense to get in front of 25, Mayers. So, Little Falls, good defense. Rocori, Fuchs inbounds the ball right in the middle from the free throw line for 25, Mayers. They can't leave her open like that. She's got 8 points. Beautiful turnaround jumper by Mayers. Little Falls Shalanka brings it down, crosses the timeline. She's double-teamed. Olsen way out from under the post right now. Olsen goes back to post position. Over to Shalanka on the right side. Shalanka looking way across court to Carrie Swenson. She has baseline. Olsen turnaround from 7. Nice shot by Jamie Olsen. She's got 12 points tonight. Jamie Olsen with a turnaround jumper. Little Falls still down by 6, 41-35. 3:10 to go in the third quarter. Beginning of the second half. Oh, unintentional foul by number 23, Tiffany Kruger. She banged into the head of Leah Mathery. That's her 4th foul, however. Tiffany Kruger has got to watch out. She has 7 points. And Angie Kaiser will replace her as Coach Kuhl pulls her off. That was an unintentional foul, totally by accident. But it was a foul, nonetheless. Rocori's Mathery gets the ball in bounds from 2. Mathery has 2 more. She's got a total of 7, 43-35. Rocori opening up an 8-point lead, their biggest lead of the night. Little Falls has to get something back here. They haven't been shooting at all from three-point range. And their field goals have been not too bad as Olsen takes her first three-point shot. No good. 0 for 2 for Little Falls from three-point land in this second half as Rocori brings the ball down court. Leah Mathery. Mathery to Johannes. Johannes watched by Shalanka to Carlson. Carlson at the top of the three-point line. Over to Mathery. Mathery's a good shooter. 5'6". She's got a touch on her shot, and there's a foul. 3 seconds, actually, a violation underneath. And Little Falls, Beth Miller will be coming in, number 53, as soon as we get the officials to let him in. Beth Miller is going to replace a 20-second timeout, I guess, by Little Falls. So, 43-35. 8-point lead by Rocori, 2:26 to go in the third. Great game. Little sparse crowd tonight in Little Falls. Wonderful weather. Maybe everybody's out doing their gardens right now. I don't know. We'll have to find out from our weather watchers outside. And Coach Kuhl talking to his girls as Coach Beaumont talks to his girls. And we'll see what happens as we go out with 2:26 to go in the third quarter. Little Falls down by 8. Little Falls a little cold shooting from three-point land. That 2 3-pointers would bring this right back into Little Falls. On the other hand, Rocori, 4 for 11 from three-point land as Little Falls gets the ball in bounds. Shalanka to Soltis. Soltis way over cross court to Swenson. Right. Oh, Beth Miller was open underneath for just a brief moment. Couldn't hit her. Shalanka just going to try from 3. No, she pulls up. Back to Swenson, looking to set something up. Soltis drives base. Ball goes off the bottom of the rim. And that ball, Tiff, that was Sarah. That was Sarah Soltis, not Tiffany Kruger. Sarah Soltis has 4 points. Little Falls within 6 again, 43-37. Rocori, Little Falls comes out a little closer, person-to-person defense, a little more aggressive. Matthew watched by Soltis. Over to Johannes. Johannes watched by Shalanka. Johannes brings it back up above the three-point line to Fuchs. Fuchs watched by Miller. Getting the closely guarded count right now. Fuchs picks up the ball. And that ball is passed a little errantly, and Rocori turns it over to Little Falls. Here's a chance for Little Falls to get back in. 1:25 to go, 43-37. As Sarah Soltis brings it down court to Olsen. Olsen back to Swenson. And Olsen's posting up way, way high post. Swenson from 3 decides to pass it up. Shalanka, her 2-point shot is no good, short, and it goes out of bounds off of Beth Miller. So that play didn't work too well. Shalanka was just a little bit out of range. She's just a little bit short on those shots that she's taken. Little Falls not shooting the best so far. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 10, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, about 8 for 10. That's not too bad, I guess. I shouldn't talk until I look at my stats. As Mayers takes a 2-pointer and doesn't go anywhere. Little Falls still down by 6, 50 seconds to go. Olsen from 3, no good. Rebounded by Mayers. Mayers to Mathry. Mathry is watched by 2, double-teamed. Leaves Mayers wide open. She drives the lane, taken away by Beth Miller. Miller all alone. And she has no basket. Miller is undercut by Mathry. Good defense by Mathry. She takes the foul. Leah Mathry has 3 fouls. And Little Falls, Beth Miller a chance to give Little Falls a couple more points here. She'll be shooting 2. Beth Miller and no points so far in the game. Beth Miller, a 5'10" sophomore. Miller eyes up the basket. First one, short, just off the front of the rim. Lost it on her wrist. Back in the game for Little Falls, 21 Sarah Soltis. And 43 for Rocori comes out. Johannes, and back in, Siri Beaumont. So Beth Miller tries her second one. Second one's in there, nothing but net. So Miller converts 1 of 2. Little Falls 38, Rocori 43, 27 seconds to go. Little Falls down by 5. Rocori's going to hold for 1 shot. Little Falls comes out a little more aggressively, person-to-person defense. Swenson on Beaumont. Mathry, watched by Soltis. Pick set. Mathry can't get it up and does get it to Siri Beaumont. Beaumont's shot goes off. 2 seconds left to go. Little Falls tips the ball out of bounds. Rocori will get the ball with 1/10 of a second left. And this should end the quarter. Not really a chance for a shot here. And that's it. Jamie Olsen can't get the ball away, and Little Falls ends up a little down on this quarter, 43-38. And in that quarter, just running down some of the scores, Sarah Soltis had 2. Sarah Soltis had 4. She's got 4 points overall. Tiffany Kruger, no points, but she has 7 totally. Carrie Swenson, 6 points. 4 in that quarter. Rachel Shalanka had 2 points. And Jasmine Basin had none, but she's got 6 for the game. Jamie Olsen has 12. She had 4 points in that quarter. Beth Miller had 1. And for Rocori, a little heated up again from the 3-point line just for a second. Leah Mathry has 7 points. And Siri Beaumont, 11. Jenny Mayers has 8. I got to talk to my statisticians to get this on my calculator a little bit faster, you know. Tiffany Carlson has 4. And Stacy Fuchs has 6. And Carrie Torgerson, no points, but she has 6 for the game. So as we go into the fourth quarter, Little Falls and Rocori. Little Falls down by 5. Got 8 minutes to go in this game, barring an overtime, as the horn sounds to start the game. Little Falls will be getting the ball on the alternate possession. Excuse me, Rocori gets the ball in the alternate possession. And here we go with the fourth quarter. Rocori will be starting with Beaumont, Mathry, Carlson, Torgerson, and Fuchs. And Little Falls with Olsen, Swenson, Shalanka, Soltis, and Miller. Turnaround by Torgerson, tipped away by Jamie Olsen. Good tip away. Little Falls back in transition. Olsen drives the lane, passes out to Miller. And we have a foul. It looks like after the ball was gotten rid of by Olsen. Fouls on number 51, Jamie Olsen. That is Olsen's 4th foul. And Rocori gets the ball inbounds underneath. That was not a shooting foul. That was a blocking foul after she got rid of the ball. So Rocori under full court pressure by Little Falls right now. Soltis watching Mathry pick it up at half court. Soltis still on Mathry. Mathry passes over to Fuchs on the right side, past the three-point line. Fuchs takes it away to Carlson at the top of the three-point line, over to Mathry. Mathry into Beaumont. Beaumont's quick shot, no good. Rebounded by Little Falls Olsen. And Olsen gets it out to Soltis. Soltis drives the lane. The ball is kicked away, but there's a foul. Looks like it's on number 5, Mathry. Number 5, Mathry. That is correct. You are correct, sir. She has 4 fouls. So a couple people in foul trouble. Mathry for Rocori right now. Little Falls, Soltis, and Kruger both in foul trouble. Excuse me, Olsen and Kruger. And Shannon Johannes will replace Leah Mathry. Johannes is coming off the bench doing a good job, though, taking over from Mathry. Balls to Beth Miller, way in the corner. Miller's pass is tipped away by Beaumont. But Tiffany Kruger picks it up. Soltis to Olsen. Olsen turnaround from about 7 feet, and Kruger's shot no good. 2 quick shots. Swenson steals the ball, and we have a foul. Siri Beaumont. That's going to be on number 21, Beaumont. She's got 4 fouls. So a couple people in Rocori with foul trouble. Not a shooting foul. 5 team fouls for Rocori, 4 for Little Falls. 6:56 to go in the 4th here. 43-38. Little Falls still down by 5. Swenson gets the ball inbounds to Olsen. Olsen turnaround from 7. No good. Just can't find the touch right now. And Rocori rebounds the ball, pushing it down court. Rocori's 43, Shannon Johannes. Timeout called by Rocori coach Greg Beaumont. And we just have time to tell you once again, thank you very much for joining us tonight on Channel 6, 63, and 3 in Upsala Piers and Little Falls. The production brought to you by the Little Falls Video TV Production Club. A couple of upcoming events in Little Falls athletics. Right now, in boys basketball, Thursday night they're away at Alex. Saturday the 14th on Valentine's Day, the Love Day, they're at Bemidji. Tuesday the 17th they'll be at home. Friday the 20th, Rocori away, and Saturday the 21st, Grand Rapids at home at 2:30 in the afternoon. Tuesday the 24th, Apollo away. Friday the 27th, St. Cloud Tech home, and they'll end the season Saturday the 28th with Fergus Falls here at home at 2:30. Girls basketball after tonight, their next home game is against against Apollo. Friday the 13th, let's see if that's evil or good night for Little Falls. And then they'll have a game on Valentine's Day the 14th at Sauk Rapids, and Thursday the 19th, they'll close their season out at Tech away. The hockey team, the semi-hot hockey team. Tonight they're at Wadena. Thursday they'll be at Brainerd here. That makes a lot of sense. And Friday the 13th, they'll be playing Long Prairie on the evil Friday the 13th night. So we'll see what happens with the hockey team. As Rocori brings the balls right now. Fuchs inbounds the ball. We got 35 in there for Rocori. That is Sarah Ebensteiner, her second action of the game tonight. Johannes to Fuchs. Fuchs looking. Carlson kind of getting open underneath. Over to Torgerson. Torgerson at the top of the key. Back to Fuchs. They're looking around for a play right now. They're looking to score some points on a play. Good pass in the middle. Can't be handled by number 33, Carlson, though. So Rocori brings it back out. Fuchs drives the lane. She's wide open. Passes off to Torgerson. Beautiful shovel pass. Carrie Torgerson has 8 points on that assist by Fuchs. Beautiful setup on that play. 45-38, 7-point lead for Rocori. 6:07 to go in the 4th quarter. Rocori opens up a 7-point lead. Their second time they've had a 7-pointer for the night. Olsen gets the ball from about 12. In and out. No good. Rebounded by Kruger. Soltis. Soltis puts it in. Soltis has 6 points. 45-40. Little Falls back within 5. End-to-end action right now here in the 4th quarter. Little Falls picking up the pace a little bit. Almost stolen by Kruger. Picking up the pace here, as I was saying. Carlson turns, shoots from about 9. No good. Olsen, rebound. And Swenson brings the ball down. Tiffany Kruger decides to set up a play to Soltis. Soltis to Swenson. Way across court to Soltis. In the middle to Olsen. Wide open underneath Beth Miller. What a shot! Beth Miller, 3 points tonight. Wide open underneath. They split the defense down low. 45-42. Little Falls within 3. 5:12 to go. An exciting couple minutes of action right here. Little Falls putting the pressure on Rocori. Carlson turns around. Ball taken away. Tipped away by Soltis. Beth Miller gets the ball tipped. Tiffany Kruger puts it in, but it's no good. Takes a shot anyway. Doesn't put it in. 4:54 to go. 45-42. Little Falls down by 3. Fuchs on the left side, watched by Swenson. Rocori trying to set up play. Little Falls putting on a little more aggressive person-to-person defense. As we see on the right side, Johannes, they're going to set the play back up to Ebensteiner. Ebensteiner looking for something down low. Ebensteiner watched by Soltis. In the middle to Torgerson. Torgerson way on the right side. Fuchs brings the ball back out. Tries to set up another play. Ebensteiner on the left side. Drives base. Swenson's guarding her. And Swenson, good defensive play. Picks up the ball from Ebensteiner. Little Falls has a chance to get within 1 point. Beth Miller, she drives, shoots off balance. No good. And the ball's put in by Olsen. Jamie Olsen, what a basket. Olsen has 14 points. Nice shot by Olsen, 45-44. Little Falls down by 1. And Rocori, errant pass. Ebensteiner stepped out of bounds. And Little Falls gets the ball back in the game for Rocori. 25, Jenny Mayer's back. And Leah Mathry, number 5. Mathry has 4 fouls, so she'll be watched very closely by Little Falls. Maybe they can get her out of the game. And Little Falls within 1, 3:49 to go. An exciting fourth quarter here. Soltis from about 12 in the middle. Nice pass by Jamie Olsen. Kruger, Tiffany Kruger, she comes back to life. 9 points, her first basket of the second half. Tiffany Kruger has 9, puts Little Falls up by 1. Remember, this is Coach Greg Beaumont from Rocori looking for his 200th win. Shot by Fuchs, no good. Little Falls rebounds. That was an off-balance shot from the free throw line by Fuchs, and Little Falls has a chance to increase their margin. 46-45, 3:15 to go in the fourth. Swenson over to Soltis. Soltis decides to pull up from just inside the three-point line. Swenson rebounds. Shot by Swenson, another shot by Swenson, no good. Shot up by Olsen, knocked down, no good. And that ball is knocked out of bounds by Rocori. Little Falls, a lot of action underneath, no fouls. And Rocori can't believe they lost possession of that ball. 3 minutes to go, 46-45. Little Falls a chance to get a bigger lead. Swenson on the left side. Kruger setting it up. They're setting up a play right now. Looks like Olsen's posting up. Beth Miller's posting up right at high post. And Little Falls trying to get her open underneath. Miller underneath. She turns around. No good. Good defense by Rocori. The ball's pulled away by Carlson. Tiffany Carlson wide open down the court. Fuchs passes off. And that ball is put in by Jenny Mayers. That's 10 points for Mayers. 47-46, Rocori takes the lead back. Good offensive play in transition by Rocori. So Little Falls looking to get that lead back. 47-46 with 2:23 to go. Swenson sets it up on the right side. Back over to Soltis. In the middle to Olsen. Olsen from the free throw line over to Swenson. Just inside the 3. She pulls up, and it's good from about 18 feet. Good shot by Swenson. Carrie Swenson has 8 points, puts Little Falls back in the lead by 1, 48-47. 2:05 to go in this fourth quarter. Now the defense picks up by Little Falls. They're not going to let Rocori have anything in the middle. Carlson at the top of the high post position. 3-point shot by Siri Beaumont, off balance, no good. Not a good shot selection by Beaumont. But the ball's back in the middle. There's the foul underneath. It looks like it's on Carrie Swenson. Late whistle. That is on number 25, Carrie Swenson. That's her first foul, but it'll be a shooting foul for Rocori, so Rocori can tie this game at 48 if number 33, Tiffany Carlson, makes this first one. She'll be getting 2 shots here. 1:47 to go. Fouls 5-5 apiece right now, so the bonus hasn't come into play yet. Carlson misses her first one, and that's a big one for Rocori. Here's another big one. This could tie the game. With 1:47 to go in the fourth quarter. Carlson eyes up the basket. It's no good. It's off. Little Falls tips the rebound. And Olsen and Carlson come up with it. Who's got the ball? It's Blue. Little Falls on the change of possession. Referee Jerry Dobert gives the ball inbounds. He'll have a good game on his hands right now. 48-47, 140 to go. Little Falls trying to hold on to this lead and increase it if they can. 5 team fouls apiece, so the bonus won't come into play right now. Each team has 2 fouls to give. So Little Falls holding the ball. With no shot clock rule in the league, they can hold the ball as long as they want, but the ball is taken away by Rocori on a good defensive play. Errant pass by Little Falls. Tiffany Kruger couldn't handle it. Siri Beaumont passes off to Mayers. Mayers' shot from 12 is no good. Little Falls Olsen with a rebound, gets it back down to Soltis. Soltis crosses the timeline. And Olsen way out of position as forward. She's up at the top of the key. 1:02 left to go, 48-47. Little Falls up by 1 point. And Rocori is playing a little soft man or person-to-person defense right now. Soltis, now they're coming out a little more aggressively. Fuchs, Kruger watched by Beaumont. They're holding the ball, 45 seconds to go. Soltis watched by Fuchs. Beth Miller is way out. And Soltis, Little Falls just running off this clock, 36 seconds to go. Can they hold on for 33 seconds? Pass underneath Olsen, this could do it. Jamie Olsen with 16 points tonight, a beautiful basket, 50-47. That's a big one. Rocori has to call timeout. Olsen broke for the basket, and Beth Miller eyed her up, and boom, it was there. Beautiful play on offense, 50-47, 24.6 seconds to go. What a fourth quarter. This game has been neck and neck. Rocori had as much as a 9-point lead in the third quarter, whittled away by Little Falls, and now Little Falls is up by 3. 5 team fouls apiece, so the bonus rule won't come into play right now. 24.6 seconds to go. Little Falls does not have the ball, however. Rocori has been shooting pretty well from three-point range. Right now, look at my stats. They're 4 for 11 from three-point land, so a three-pointer will tie this game up for Rocori. And let's see what Coach Greg Beaumont's strategy is. He's looking for his 200th win. Maybe tonight will be the lucky night for the 25-year veteran of teaching and coaching from Rocori. Coach Greg Beaumont used to coach the boys. Coach Jerry Cool, of course, the octogenarian. I'm sorry, Jerry. You probably won't hear the tape anyway. Actually, Jerry is not 80. He just turned 57. So Coach Cool, the pillar of Little Falls girls basketball, retired from teaching, still has his coaching love for the girls basketball program. At the beginning of the game, he told me tonight, well, it's kind of tough. A little down year, but the girls are playing like troopers tonight. Rocori, 50-47, down by 3. They're looking for that three-point shot. 20 seconds to go. Little Falls comes out on an aggressive person-to-person defense. They do not want to foul here. They do not want to foul. Mathry guarded by Soltis. Back to Johannes. 8.5 seconds to go. Rocori down by 3. Coach Greg Beaumont calls a timeout. And they call a full timeout, not a 20 seconds. So referee Jerry Dobert gives them a full timeout. 8.5 seconds to go. And reminder, at the end of this game, you'll join our regularly scheduled broadcast, which is probably just watching some of the bulletin board stuff. That was just a joke. I do want to thank the Video Production Club, the great directors up in the booth, the great camera people down here. You'll see their names at the end of the program. Channel 6, LFTV, Channel 63 in Uppsala, and Channel 3 in Pierce, and of course the wonderful, wonderful Little Falls Video Production Club. I can't say enough about these boys. They are incredible. All except the director. He is more than incredible. John Iveland does a great job up there. Yes, I'm being warned in my headset to be careful, or they're going to put on some juice in my ears. Well, here's an exciting end to this game. 50-47, 8.5 seconds to go. Little Falls up by 3. And Rocori with the ball. They've got to go for 3 and maybe go for the foul. It would be not a good thing to do for Little Falls to foul anybody. Rocori inbounds the ball to Mathry. Mathry to Fuchs. Fuchs from 3. No good, off the rim. Rocori tries to rebound it, and that looks like it's the end of the game as Rocori on a last-second shot does not win the game. 50-47 is the final score here in Little Falls. A wonderful, wonderful, incredible game for Little Falls. Little Falls picking up the win, which will boost their record right now overall, if I can find my stats, to 7-12. Rocori will drop to 8-12. Little Falls and Rocori toward the middle of the Central Lakes Conference. Final stats for Little Falls scoring. Sarah Soltis with 6. Tiffany Kruger with 9. Carrie Swenson with 8. Thank you very much, guys. Rachel Shalanka with 2. Jasmine Bachin with 2 with 6. Jamie Olsen has a big night tonight, 16 points. And Beth Miller had 3. For Rocori, Leah Mathery, 7 points. Suri Beaumont, 11. Jenny Mayers, 10. Tiffany Carlson, 4. Stacy Fuchs, 6. Carrie Torgerson, 8. What a game tonight, 50-47. Little Falls wins. I'm going to have to say goodbye tonight as my cameraman is giving me a bad-looking face that I can't stop laughing at. I'll see you maybe next time. Keep watching Channel 6 for more action at Little Falls High School. Once again, brought to you by Little Falls Video Production Club, the great guys up in the booth, the cameraman. I'm Dave Gertz. I'll see you again next time. Have a good night. I'm going to finish my Coke. See you later.